Hello viewers, welcome to the Bachelor course of Physical Education. Today we will discuss about leadership and its qualities. The question arises, what is leadership? Can you name the person who according to you is an effective leader? In deciding who was an effective leader, what did you observe as the person's attribute or what he/she does? So here is the exercise for you. List the qualities and characteristic behavior of this effective leader as observed by you in different settings. This task was intended at enabling you to put your experience related to leadership together in order that you begin with both a conceptual and experiential base. Leadership defined according to the traditional definition, leadership is an interpersonal influence directed toward the achievement of goal or goals. Three important parts of this definition include the terms interpersonal, influence and goal. Interpersonal means between persons. Thus a leader has more than one. Interpersonal means between persons. Thus a leader has more than one person or a group to lead. Influence is the power to affect others. Goal is the end one strives to attain. So now we will explore the need for leadership. Leadership as an important area today in institutions, particularly for teachers, since they are expected to teach for understanding and not just well enough for student to pass a test. Teaching for understanding means helping students get the habits of thinking mathematically, solving problems scientifically, reasoning, seeing artistically, reading critically, writing persuasively, and communicating clearly. We know that all students, not just a few, must acquire these habits if they are to participate as adults in a knowledge-based economy and a self-governing society. These new expectations means that our colleges must change and that teachers must help change them, requiring new roles for teachers. Today, the role of teachers include the ability to, number one is, make clear to parents and others as well as to students themselves what every students need to know and is able to do. Communicate more with parents and families. They can help students reach higher academic standards. Next one is integrate technology into instructions. Help improve assessment and use the result to improve teaching and learning. Work with various partners, colleges, businesses, community groups and volunteers. Collaborate with other teachers, participate in teams and institutional level decision making, and making ongoing learning plan of their job. Let's know about leadership as distinct from management. In conceptualizing leadership, it is very important to understand how it differs from management. In any institutional system, both management and leadership coexist. Let us try to understand their relationship and their distinctiveness. Management is the process of setting and achieving the goals of the institution through the functions like planning, organizing, directing or leading, and finally controlling. Management deals more with carrying out the institution's goal and maintaining equilibrium. For example, if a principal is appointed by the college, he or she is given formal authority to direct the activity of others in fulfilling organizational goals. Thus, leading is a major part of his job. Besides this, they must also plan, organize and control. In contrast, leadership deals with the interpersonal aspects of head's job, whereas planning, organizing and controlling deal with the administrative aspects. Leadership deals with change, inspiration, motivation and influence. The key point in differentiating between leadership and management is the idea that employees, faculty members and students willingly follow leaders because they want to, not because they have to. Leaders may not possess formal power to reward or sanction performance. However, subordinates is thus the leader power by complying with what he or she requests. There are three different styles of leadership. First one is authoritarian or autocratic, participative or democratic, and laissez-faire, delegative or free regime. Let us try to understand them via activity. For this, I am going to provide you some statements. Please read the statements carefully and tick the ones which characterize your style of leadership. Just expecting you are as a leader. Here are the statements. Instruction for you is tick the one which characterized your style. First one is, for you the task is of paramount importance. Second one is, for you both the task and relationship are of paramount importance. Third one is, you are not unduly concerned about the task or relationship. I hope you are marking the tick right or wrong. Fourth one is, you are very strong on schedules. Fifth one is, you lead by setting a positive example. Sixth one is, you do not like to interfere in the affairs of others. Seventh one is, you expect people to do what they are told without question or debate. Eighth one is, you endeavour to foster a team environment in which all team members can reach their highest potential both as team members and as people. Ninth one is, you use the proverbial delegate and disappear management style. 10th one is, when something goes wrong, you tend to focus on who is the blame rather than concentrate on exactly what is wrong and how to prevent it. Here comes the 11th one. You encourage your team members to reach team goals as effectively as possible. 12th one is you allow the team members to do whatever they wish. 13th, you are intolerant of what you see as dissent. 14th is you work tirelessly to strengthen the bond among the various members. Here we go with the last one. You prefer to detach yourself from the team. So I hope you have marked all the statements, and here we go for scoring. For leadership style, scoring statement number, if it is marked correct, number 1, number 4, number 10 and 13, it means that your leadership style is authoritative or autocratic. If you have marked correct to the statement number 2, 5, 8, 11 and 14, it predicts that your leadership style is participative or democratic. And if you have marked the statement number correct, that is number 3, 6, 9, 12 and 15, it predicts that your leadership style is a laissez-faire, delegative or free regime. I hope you have enjoyed this activity. So let's now see what each of these terms specifically mean. First one is authoritarian or autocratic. This leader tells his/her subordinate what he/she wants to done and how he/she wants it done without getting the advice from them. In this case, it is difficult for subordinate to contribute or develop. The second leadership style is participative or democratic. This leader includes one or more team members in the decision-making process. In determining what to do and how to do it, however, the leader maintains the final decision-making authority. This is normally used when you have some of the information and your employees have some of it. This allows them to become part of the team and allows you to make a better decision. This style leads to the most productive teams and decisions. Please note that using this style is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of strength. Next leadership style is the laissez-faire, delegative or free regime. In this style, the leader allows the employees to make the decision. However, he is still responsible for the decisions that are made. This is used when employees are able to analyze the situation and determine what needs to be done and how to do it. The most desirable place for a leader to be at most times in any institution is high on task and high on relationship, which is the democratic style. However, do not entirely dismiss the other two. Certain situations might call for one of the other three to be used at times. For example, by adopting the laissez-faire style, you allow your team members to gain self-reliance. You can be an authoritarian leader to instill a sense of discipline in an unmotivated worker. By carefully studying the situation and the efforts effecting it, you will know at what points along the axis you need to be in order to achieve the desired result. Let us study about positive and negative leaders. Have you observed how you approach people, your students and co-workers? The differences in the way people approach others indicate whether the leader is a positive leader or a negative one. Let us try to understand this concept with the help of an activity. Here is the two situations. Situation 1. Dr. Ravi Gupta gives his faculty members independence to do what they think is important for the college betterment. He never fails to appreciate work done well. If any department makes a significant contribution, due credit is given to the students and to the faculty members. At the same time, if his team members are not well versed in the concerned area, he educates them, does not criticize them. His students and faculty members are committed to do their task and are high on motivation. Here is the situation 2. Dr. Soni only emphasizes upon the negative of an individual. He is constantly criticizing his staff members and students. Due to his attitude, no one likes to take any initiative and are low in spirit. He acts in a bossy and superior way with the people. He believes that people have an inherent dislike for work and will avoid it whenever possible. And the only way to get things done is through penalties. Such loss of job, days off without pay, warning in front of others, etc. He feels his authority is increased by frightening everyone into higher level of efficiency. So now you might have awareness with the situation 1 and situation 2. Answer the questions. First one is, which situation depicts a positive leader and which a negative one? Second one is, what is the difference between the two leaders? Which leader are you able to identify with and why? What are the attributes of the two leaders? I suppose it must have been clear to you that case 1 epitomizes a positive leader and case 2 a negative one. So now we will explore about the leadership and its qualities. Let's first know the personal qualities of a leader. The first one is self-confidence. A good leader must have self-confidence, must have sufficient enthusiasm, and must be cheerful enough to enjoy the trust of his subordinates. Second one is dynamic personality. A leader should be dynamic, cheerful and charming, must have sound health, cool temperament, conversational ability and decent behaviour with tremendous stamina and vigor for hard work. Third one is intellectual capacity. A leader should have the ability to think logically, analyze accurately and interpret the problems clearly. Fourth one is take lead and initiative. A leader should have the ability to take lead and initiative in times of risk. Uncertainties and complexities for prompt decision. Fifth one is emotional stability. A leader should have balanced temperament to overcome moodiness, disappointment and inconsistency. Sixth one, personal feature is flexibility. A leader should be flexible enough to accommodate others' viewpoint and alter his decisions. Rigidity is only required in autocracy. Change in decision must be made with change in macro and micro environment. Seventh one is responsibility feeling. A leader must feel or should bear responsibilities of all his decisions himself. Eighth one is communication skill. The leader must be able to communicate with subordinate. The leader must communicate the information from his level to the down level. Communication must be two-way so that both leader and subordinate will exchange ideas freely. Ninth one is for sightedness. A leader should develop organizational planning and policies. When the leader is not foresighted, all efforts may be worthless. Now we talk about the managerial qualities of a leader. For this, he should have technical knowledge. A leader must have technical knowledge to provide the guidelines about the work of the subordinate, which help the leader to take right decision at right time. Second one is organizing abilities. All the resources, employees, people, business environment, methods, capital, manpower should be arranged properly by a leader to achieve organizational goals in a proper way. Third one is power of judgment. A leader should have the power of judgment which comes from self-confidence and self-control. Even if there are several followers and several decisions, the leader must judge and decide the case. Fourth one is enthusiastic. The leader must be devoted towards the organization. A devoted leader can conduct the activities successfully. Fifth one is ability to guide and teach. It is the task of the leader to get the best from others. A leader must know how to guide and teach the followers to make them convinced. Sixth one is human relations. Leadership is related to inspire and encourage the people when there is good relation between leader and followers. The followers are easily influenced. So a leader must be able to win the confidence and loyalty of people. Within a range of leadership roles, teachers can contribute a distinct perspective and different type of education that is critical to improving the quality of teaching and the amount that students learn. Teachers have frontline knowledge of classroom issues and the culture of institution, and they understand the sport they need to do their jobs well. Their contributions are critical to making education reform efforts succeed. When teachers participate in improving education, the changes are more likely to work. Without their contributions, teachers often pretend to comply with the new expectations but conduct business as usual. So students, this was all about leadership and its qualities. Hope all the concepts are clear to you. Hope to see you in the next lecture. Till then, goodbye and thank you.